The purpose of our block is to show a list of pages that have been visited. So the first part of displaying that is actually gathering that data. Now, if we look at our trails.module file, as it is right now, this is saved in our trails init, our hook init. Now, we talked a bit about hook init earlier, that it's actually been removed because the things that you would do in hook init should be done in other places now. So we need a new place to store this. We went through an example not that long ago where we set up a redirect if a user went to a certain page. And we did this by creating a subscriber to the request event. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to grab all this stuff and put it into that kind of subscriber. So instead of building it from scratch, let's go ahead and jump off of an existing example. I'm going to go back to the resource pack, and I'm going to copy the 20th step. This is one we've already used before, and this is where we added the subscriber to create a redirect to demonstrate how hook init has been replaced by this convention. So I'm going to copy this, then I'll go back to our module, and I'm going to go into the source folder, and I'll paste this in. And we're going to rename this trails subscriber.php. Let's open it up. We'll change the namespace here to trails. Leave all of the use statements as is. Let's change the class to trails subscriber.php. Okay, and let's scroll down. Let's go down to the very bottom here where we have the get subscribed events. So we don't need to trigger anything on the response event, so let's remove that, as well as the onResponse method. So we'll remove that, and we'll get rid of onResponse as well. And then instead of check for redirect, let's call this save trail. And we'll go ahead and rename the method to save trail. Now let's clear this out, completely gut it, and let's copy what's inside of our trails.module file inside of our trails.init method and paste it in, and we'll save it. So the second part to having a subscriber to get it registered so that it actually runs when an event is triggered is adding it to our services.yaml file. So let's start with some boilerplate here. I'm going to go back to our resource pack directory, and let's copy this 18th step, which is where we registered a subscriber in our blind date module. And we'll copy this and jump over to the Trails module. Let's jump out of the source folder. We want all of our YAML files to be in the base directory of our module. So we'll paste this in, and we're going to rename this trails.services.yml. Okay, and let's open this up. So this is our subscriber service. We can remove the other service for now, and let's rename this to trails.trailsSubscriber. And the class is now in the namespace Drupal/Trails. And we're going to rename it Trails Subscriber and save it. All right, so this should be sufficient in order to register our subscriber and run the code that's in there. Now this code that we pasted in from hook init, it probably has some problems with it, but this is the first step. We at least want to have the scaffolding available to us to be able to save this trail. All right, so we've changed the dependency injection container services, so we'll need to rebuild our cache. What I'm going to do is open up configuration in a new tab and performance so we can quickly clear our caches just by going to this tab from here on out.